Yatra naryastu pujyante ramante tatra devata. Where women are worshipped, their gods reside. Ancient Indian scriptures. Giving a respectable and revered place to a woman in the society is when we as a society attain prosperity, fame, glory, and led a prosperous life. पंडित श्री राम शर्मा आचार्य. बुक टाइटल क्या नारी इसी दुर्दशा में रहेगी? Will women forever be in this plight? Will women remain in this plight? Women and men have complementary power. They are the most extraordinary power of each other, and without each, the life of each other is incomplete. They both complete each other, and when life of any of them is dark, the other becomes the light. When anyone amongst them is dull, the other inspires. Both make efforts to bring joy to the orchid of life of the other. And in all these mutual responsibilities, love and care, the role of women is supreme. What do our ancient scriptures say about the glory of women? According to most scriptures and texts in the world, the first of the human beings in the world came as a pair or couple. Ancient scripture Manusmriti, it is said, Dvidha kritva tamanasten dehmardhen purush bhavat ardhen nari tasyas virajamas pijat prabhu. That Hiranyagarbha divided the body into two parts, and thus half was created as man and half as woman. These scriptures imply that men and women are two forms of the same power and complement each other. Nevertheless, because of her supreme sense of duty, responsibility, and renunciation, a woman is considered greater than a man. Then why is she suffering? And what is the way out? A woman not only walks with a man in the journey of life, but also gives him strength and inspiration in due course. But still, because of centuries of socialist facilities, and she has been suffering although in silence. It is high time this entire injustice is reversed and the plight is ended. This book details the reason for the plight of women in the current era and how, if she nurtures and grooms herself, she can contribute to a better society and thus a better nation. Few excerpts from the book. On understanding the greatness of women, Yatra naryastu pujyante ramante tatra devata. Where women are worshipped, their gods reside. From an ancient scripture. Giving a respectable and revered place to a woman in the society is where we as a society attain prosperity, fame, glory, increase happiness, peace, and life can be lived happily. As a woman, she sustains, nurtures, and enriches society. A woman, in her various forms, always leads a life of sacrifice, affection, reverence, patience, and tolerance. The sense of intimacy, service for the parents seen in the daughter is unlike anywhere else. A daughter cannot be separated from her parents even after going to a foreign home. As a wife, a woman is not only the companion of a man's life, but she also serves the welfare of the man in every way. The need is prestige to women in the society, which our sages have expounded too. We will see that once a woman will become an idol of power, and she will prove to be our helpful ally in the journey of life, not being our burden. Then we will not have to worry about the future. She will be able to protect herself and also will be able to make a living for others. On the contradiction existing in the society today vis-a-vis women, the condition of Indian women is becoming very daily in the present time. They are called upon to participate in the construction of new country. They are encouraged to move forward in the work of protecting and uplifting the nation. Creating ideal citizens by improving the future generation of the society is said to be their duty. But how much is their status, power, authority, ability in the current times? No one pays attention to this. We call her job inferior, do not consider her right even on the property of the house, but hope to get help from her in all the work of social upliftment and national upliftment. We do not make any arrangement for their physical development and sound health, nor do we give proper education for child rearing, but demand from them to become an ideal mother, that is Sumata. We send them to colleges, provide them with useless education, prioritize external performance along with boys, and want them to set the example of ancient goddesses like Sita and Savitri. How can such opposite things happen? How can sowing neem fulfill the desire for mango fruits? On how women with a sense of inferiority make for a flawed society. When we look at the condition of our women, it is known that whatever we say and whatever is written about women in our scriptures, on the contrary, in practice, we consider them really manifested right from the birth of a girl child. But when we consider it from the point of view of social interest, then that ideology proves to be very dangerous and destructive. Who knows that the basis of society is more on women than men? The girl who gets neglected today, uneducated and incompetent, becomes a wife, housewife, and mother, and is unable to maintain and develop the society in a satisfactory manner in the future. She inculcates in her children the same demerits and weaknesses which she has received in the ancestral home. In this way, the whole society has to bear the consequences of neglect of the girl in a very deadly form and people, because of their selfishness and short-sightedness, throw an axe on their feet. On giving proper respect and space to women. Any society is formed by the pairing of man and woman. Why only? Truth is that this pair is the fundamental reason for the order of creation. In this, the position of women is prominent. In the society in which women have been given a proper place, arrangements have been made for her physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual development. Those societies have progressed in the world. Whenever they have been treated adversely, then the societies have collapsed. While every person in society or world grows up in her lap by drinking the nectar of her breast, but she will be able to fulfill her responsibility only when she has given an opportunity to develop herself. How can a mother who has not developed herself develop her own child? How can one who does not know the needs of the country and time and the condition of society and the activities of the world mold her children accordingly? In order to fulfill this responsibility properly, all the educational and social rights must be given to women properly. On why it is essential to educate women. The truth is that in the absence of intellectual development, our mothers are neither able to raise children properly nor make proper arrangements. Slowness can also be seen in household chores. The women suffocating inside the restricted curtain do not know what are the problems of human life and how they can be solved. A disturbance and dissatisfaction is being experienced by every householder today, and no one is getting happiness and peace in the family life. The only reason for this is that our daughters are not allowed to develop intellectually by living in an open environment. Like a frog in a well, a poor woman remains confined to the kitchen. Still, there are many amongst us who are unable to understand this need and are hiding our faces from women's education. Women can improve their household life by acquiring knowledge of arts, skills, literature, music, home art, etc., according to their interest, willpower, and convenience, while performing their essential duties. Few chapters from the book. Understand the greatness of women. A woman's sense of inferiority makes the society inferior. Women should get their due respect and position. Women should not be in the plight or suffering. Progress and development of women is essential, and the paramount importance of education.